Alright, it's Thanksgiving Day 2012, and I'm going to do a demo of the BioLite camp stove, which I just got in the mail this week. It is a thermal generator. So what I need here is I have the stove. This is the generator part. Here's the stove, and I have some solid wood, iPod cable, an iPhone, and a fire starter. So it has these legs. This third leg is used to hold the thermal generator in place. So that goes up the hole there, pops into place there. And it has a fan, and so if you can see here, there's the button for the fan. So I'm going to turn that on. Now I'm going to get some finer pieces of wood here, throw them down in here. This type of stove is called a wood gas stove. I have one similar to it, except for it doesn't have the generator. And they're awesome. They burn the wood so efficiently that there's no exhaust, or very little exhaust. So I'm going to get this started here. The fan in there stokes up the flame and keeps it going. See? First try, it's already going. As you can see we're getting a little bit of smoke already, but I think that's just until the flame gets good and hot. But the air circulation, the way it's engineered, is that the smoke would be sucked right back in and burn a second time. I think my flame was so small it just blew it out. It's a lot of smoke. Okay, I can see it here. I can see it actually starting to suck the smoke right back in. Now that there's more heat, get some of the thermodynamics working. There we go. It's sucking that smoke right back in the holes, moving it through, and it's not smoking anymore. So a little rough start there. We got it going. I don't know why the fan keeps on turning off. Have to try to figure that one out. So it looks like you have to have a good amount of heat for the wood gas stove to suck the smoke in and burn it twice. But as you can see, the fan that's in here, it does get a pretty good amount of airflow going. But anyways, I'm not going to demonstrate it now, but you can boil water within 4 minutes with this stove, which is a little bit slower than a typical gas stove, like a isobutane mix. So now I'm going to sacrifice my iPhone here with an attempt to charge. So this, as you can see, this has a little USB connector, and I'm going to plug in the cable. And I just have the standard, what is it called, the 12 pin or 6 pin. And I have my iPhone. I'm going to plug it in. I've plugged it in, but it's not showing any electrical charge. So I'm going to give it a minute, and we're going to try it again. Okay, it's been going for about 5 minutes now, and I'm going to give this a second try. My guess is that it needed a little bit more time to generate some electricity. So I'm going to plug this in now. Still nothing. Oh, look at that. Okay, so there was just a change that took place. And this little area here lit up green. So I'm going to guess that is supposed to be telling us something. So we're going to try this one more time. And what do you know? We've got power. Isn't that awesome? Can you see? See? I already had a full charge, but I'm gonna go get some more wood and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been going for about 5 minutes now, and I'm gonna give this a second try. My guess is that it needed a little bit more time to generate some electricity. So I'm gonna plug this in now. Still nothing. Oh, look at that. Okay, so there was just a change that took place. And this little area here lit up green. So I'm going to guess that that is supposed to be telling us something. So we're going to try this one more time. And what do you know? We've got power. So just a second ago it was smoking really bad, and just kept feeding it and stoking it, and then instantly, just like this, the smoke was gone. Almost like it was some gas on the ground and you lit it on fire. It goes, you know, just like that. So that's what it did here. So that's interesting. But the goal then is to keep feeding it so it doesn't cool down. And we still have a charge. Okay, so it's 121, 122, and this iPod Touch is about a half a charge. See, it's 122, and I'm going to see how long it takes to charge this. So I'm going to keep a good fire going on this, and I'll do a little Facebooking or something, and then we'll come back and see what it's like. So we're using pine, and the harder the wood, the longer it'll burn, and the hotter it'll burn. Pine, it burns really hot, but it just burns out really fast, so you would go through a lot of pine. But right now we're using pine, and in addition to what we have here on the table and what we've burned, I've used about a less than a quartered piece of a log. So that gives you an idea of how much wood you'll need to collect. We've been going for 4 minutes since we plugged in the iPod Touch, which was half power 4 minutes ago. So this unit is nice and relatively insulated, so if you accidentally touch it, it's not going to completely burn you. It's, you know, on the sides here, I can touch it, and I could probably carry it around if I wanted to, but that would be dangerous, like playing with fire. But anyways, here on the little setting here, there's a high and a low. So the high would obviously give you more oxygen and give you a more hot fire. Okay, so this could be a problem. It just made a notice on my iPod Touch that charging is not supported with this device. So this little BioLite doesn't have apparently the chip in it to charge my third generation iPod Touch. So while it was charging, though, it did charge for a while. We were able to get back. The sparks might hit your hair.
Dad, can I play?
Sure.
Thanks.
But the charge, it hasn't said that to this, my iPhone.